Hey guys, it's Abby, and today I'm going to be reviewing drugstore foundations for you. So basically, I'll just be telling you a little bit about each product and if it worked for me and if it didn't, and I will leave the link to all of the products that I mentioned in this video down in the description so you can check it out if you would like to. So let's get right into the video. So the first foundation that I think I actually ever tried was the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. And I have had this for a really long time. I do like this foundation. It has a very nice application and doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. It's definitely not a light foundation, but it's not heavy either. It's just in the middle. And the only problem I have with it is that I have combination oily skin. So the Lumi part, it just tends to make my skin look a lot shinier than normal. I need more of a matte foundation, which that was really my only problem with this foundation. And I would give this foundation 3 out of 5 stars. Another foundation I have is the Revlon Colorstay foundation. And this foundation I have the shade 200 Nude. And this is a 24-hour wear foundation and is made for combination oily skin. The only problem is I disagree with the 24-hour wear. I had problems when I was wearing it where it would just start separating on my face. It especially sunk into my pores and I could not cover that up. I used primers, everything, and it would still sink into my pores. Some foundations still sink into my pores, but this one, it didn't look good. It was just you could see every pore on my face and it made them stand out even more. So I no longer wear this foundation and I think it moves really easily. As I'm putting on blush or my highlight or anything, it moves really easily. It just gets really streaky when I use the brush, and that doesn't happen with my other foundations when I'm doing that. So I don't like this foundation. I've heard other people like it a lot, which is why I decided to try it out, but I do not like this foundation. And I'm going to give this foundation a 1 out of 5 stars just because I was really not pleased with how it sunk into my pores, and I did not like how I could not put anything else on my face along with this, otherwise it would get streaky and I just don't like that. The next thing I have is the L'Oreal True Match, and I actually got this in multiple different colors. I do like this foundation in the sense that it is a medium to full coverage foundation. But my only 2 problems with this is, one, it is definitely not layerable. You need to put on a light coat of it the first time, and that's pretty much all you can do, because if you put more than a little bit on, then it does get really cakey really easily, and that's not good. And the other thing is, I could not get my skin tone because the way they have it, these are both in the cool, and this is C2 and this is C3, and as you can see there's a really big difference between those shades. There's nothing in the middle obviously, and I could mix it, but I just rather not go through the hassle of mixing my foundations and maybe having too little so then I have to mix it again and it doesn't look exactly the same as the other half of my face, or I have way too much and I'm just wasting it. So that was what I really didn't like about it, was that it just seemed to skip a shade in the middle. Well, it says True Match because there's supposed to be shades for everybody, but they literally skipped my shade. So that's the one thing that I really don't like about it, is that it goes from light to darker. So there's nothing in the middle of these two that would fit my skin tone. But overall, I would give this a 3 out of 5 stars just because it isn't layerable if you really do need the extra coverage. Next foundation I have is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I have this in the shade 112 Natural Ivory, and this is too light for me when I self-tan, but it fits my normal skin tone perfectly. It has light to medium coverage, so this is really only for people who have clear skin or on days when your skin is looking good, if you normally have imperfections on your skin. But it is layerable, however it still doesn't get all the way up to a full coverage. It gets about to a medium coverage. I do really like this foundation though. It is very light feeling on your skin, and it is very easy to apply, and it does not smudge when you put on like blushes or anything else. I would give this foundation a 4 out of 5 stars just because it is one of the better foundations that I've found from the drugstore. It feels very nice on the skin and it looks nice too. So next foundation is the Neutrogena Skin Clearing Oil-Free Makeup. This foundation is a blemish treatment with salicylic acid. I have these in the colors Natural Ivory and Nude. Natural Ivory is number 20 and Nude is 40. The lighter color I wear when I am not tan. It matches my skin perfectly. And then Nude I wear when I am tan, and that also matches perfectly. This is the first time in the last 3 weeks that I'm not wearing this. Today I have on the MAC Pro Longwear foundation, which I can do a high-end foundation review in another video, but I love this foundation. It's very good coverage and it feels nice on your skin too. It doesn't get cakey, and it's just like a lightweight foundation, and it is buildable if you need a better coverage. This actually does very well in the heat. I wore this when I went to Florida, so obviously it was really hot there, and it stood up really well to the heat. It didn't melt off of my face in any places, and it didn't get cakey after the humidity. The only thing I struggled with was when I had sunglasses on, it melted away where the sunglasses touched my face, on my forehead and right on the sides of my nose. But that's not really too much to complain about because that has happened with other foundations, and it is very hot down there, so I would have been surprised if it didn't melt away there. I would give this foundation a 5 out of 5 stars because it's a really good foundation. It has helped clear up my skin. It's very lightweight, but it also conceals, and it did stand up to the heat, which I am actually very surprised about. I was surprised the first day when we came back to the hotel and I realized that my makeup was still intact. The next foundation I want to talk about is the Omni Smart Shades Skin Tone Matching Makeup. I have this in the shade 200 Light Medium. There's only 2 or 3 shades of this because, as it claims, it is a skin tone matching makeup. I did notice when I put it on, it was way too dark for my skin. It did go more towards my normal skin tone the longer it was on and the more rubbed it in when I was applying, but it did not completely match my normal skin tone. Another thing with this product is it doesn't work very well with a beauty blender. I tried it and I just did not like how it felt. I just rubbed it into my skin, and in a way it's sort of almost like a tinted moisturizer. And it is a very light coverage foundation. I don't really like this very much because, especially around my eyebrows, since I did not have a beauty blender to go around my eyebrows, I do not fill in my eyebrows. I'm still working on getting them to the shape that I would like them. So I don't fill in my eyebrows. And the thing I like about a beauty blender, which is what I use almost every single time I put foundation on, is that it can get around my eyebrows, but it doesn't get in my eyebrows and make my eyebrows look grosser than they do on a normal basis. But with this, it sort of blended in with my eyebrows, and it just looked weird and orangey and cakey around my eyebrows. It did fill in my pores very nicely. Not sinking in, but it did fill them in where you could not really see. It minimized the appearance of the pores on my face. But other than that, I don't really see any good from this. I just don't really like it and didn't have very good luck with this product. I will give this a 2 out of 5 stars just because it did make my pores go away. It did sort of do what it says it was gonna do. Now I'm looking at the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I'm just gonna be plain about this. I don't like this foundation at all, whatsoever. I have seen videos where people completely enjoy this foundation, and I actually saw this before I saw the videos. I was at Ulta and I thought the packaging was really cute. I thought it sounded good. I liked how it said soft matte hydrating. That was just I thought it was gonna be good, but I just don't like it at all. It was very streaky on my face. It didn't cover up anything really. I tried it with a brush, I tried it with a beauty blender, and I tried it with just my hands, and none of it worked. I also forgot to mention that most foundations, they can stand up to being splashed with just a little bit of water, or they can stand up to it being hot outside, but this foundation, it literally just started melting off of my face when it got wet or if it was hot outside, and I just thought that was really gross. And the color was bizarre. I have this in 10, which is porcelain ivory. You can't even really tell what the color is from outside the package, so you don't really know like what you're getting. Like, I pretty much just guessed with this. But the problem with this is it's like orangey. Like, it's not like, oh, like it's too dark for my skin, it like doesn't look right, it makes me look sort of orangey. Like, no, it's like actually like pinky, like orange. Like, it's just like no one's skin color is this color. I'll do a little swatch for you. I do like the texture of the product, like how it comes out, and I like the feeling of when you like start to blend it, but it just, on my hand, it's not too bad, but on my face, it was just streaky and it just didn't look good. So there is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. If you can't, I will take a picture and show you, but that is what it looks like. It's like an orangey pinkish, and it doesn't, to me, look like anyone would actually have that skin color. I don't know, it just doesn't look normal to me. I really like the idea of this. I really like the packaging. I think it's very cute, but the product itself, I don't like at all. So I'm going to give this a 1 out of 5 stars because I don't like this product. Sorry. And last but not least, we have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. It's a 24-hour foundation, and I have this in the color 102 Shell Beige. Now, this foundation says it has a semi-matte finish. It is a 24-hour wear, medium coverage, and it is an air light texture. I do think that this has a medium to full coverage, and it is a matte foundation, which I really like about it. I do think that this gets a little patchy though when applying. I've only tried it once because that's what happened to me the first time. Sometime soon I'm looking to try this out again and see how it works for me another time. But the first time I tried it, it did not work for me. In certain areas, it just, for some reason, would not go on those areas. I tried to apply it to that spot again and again, and it just built up around the edges, and I'm not really sure why that happened, because afterwards I washed it off and put on a new foundation, and it was completely like spotless. So I don't know why that happened when I tried this, but I'm gonna try it again. I know there are a lot of people that love this foundation, and from the places that it did stay on my face, or that it was on my face, I did really love that part. I don't know for the 24-hour wear because I obviously did not wear it for that long, but as I put it on, it was a matte foundation. I noticed with other foundations when you put them on, they're like a glossy finish, and what I liked about this was like from the instant you put it on, like you didn't have to put any powder over the top of it before it got matte. It was just matte once you put it on, and it does dry very fast, so you have to work quickly. But like I said, the places that it did stay on my face, I really did enjoy this. And I'm not sure why it got patchy for me, but I'm definitely going to try it again sometime soon. I do want to try out the L'Oreal Pro Glow though. I'm not sure if that'll work on my face considering that is for drier skin, and like I said, I have combination oily skins. But as far as this one goes, I like it. I don't really know why it happened that it was patchy on me. It could have just been how I put it on. Maybe I didn't shake it before I put it on. I don't know what it was, but I will try it again. So overall, I would give this a 3 out of 5 stars just because of, like I said, the patchiness. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I just wanted to apologize for not uploading recently. I was in Florida and I went to Disney and Universal, so I wasn't able to upload. Like I said earlier, I will leave a link to all of the products down in the description box, so you can click on them and look at any of the information you want to, or order them if you want to. And I will also have my social media linked down in the description if you want to follow me on any of those. So give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be notified when I post my next video. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!